Shakur Stevenson wins a unanimous decision. I think the scorecards were 115, 113, 116, 112. That wasn't really the story from this fight, though. This was a disappointing performance from Shakur Stevenson and from Edwin De Los Santos. This was a tough fight to really score because there wasn't any effective aggression. I mean, Shakur was really defensive. Edwin was really defensive. They really couldn't land on each other, and when they didn't land, it was really nothing flush. This isn't the performance that Shakur Stevenson needed. They were booing since the second round, and I'm not talking about light boos. I'm talking about heavy boos. I didn't want this for Shakur. I didn't want this for this kid. I actually like him, and I want to see him do well. I like all three of them, him, Devin, and Tank. And this is the kind of performance that turns casuals off. And now I know on Twitter they're gonna be shitting on him. But the reality as a fighter is you're gonna have bad nights. You're gonna have nights where you're not at your best. You're gonna have styles that don't quite mesh well. And this was one of those situations where Shakur is too defensive and too defensively responsible at times for the casual boxing audience. In this particular fight, he was too defensively responsible and too cautious for the hardcore boxing audience. But he's a young kid, man, and this is definitely a teachable moment, and I expect him to go to the lab and adjust. But this was a bad night. Like this was a really bad night because the first thing you're supposed to do is win the fight. The second thing you're supposed to do is please the crowd. Objective number one was accomplished. Objective number two, he took a couple steps back with being an attraction. But on to the next fight. Can't really dwell on it, but yeah, this was nasty work. This was bad. But I look forward to seeing more from the future. Hopefully a better opponent will bring out a better Shakur Stevenson. YSM Sports Media, we out.